I'm sure in some way, shape, or form, they have definitely heard about this class. So I feel like, that's something in itself.
At the number 2 public university in the U.S., two University of California at Berkeley seniors, Sue and Anahita, saw the need to create the first ever class about BTS called Next Generation Leaders BTS.
Like our whole class is about like looking at their careers, and I think it's more like why are they next generation leaders?
Yeah.
Like name them next generation leaders, and I think this kind of looks into everything that makes them what Time now calls next generation leaders, BTS.
They started the class through the Decal program at Cal that allows students to create and teach their own class, in which past classes about an artist have existed before through this program.
We found a faculty sponsor, which was, again, pretty difficult because of people's availability and like willingness to do it. And then we had to submit our syllabus and like a letter from our sponsor to the Department of Sociology. And then the director of the department has to sign off on that. Once that's signed off, it goes to the academic senate and they have to sign off on it. So after all that, then it's officially approved, and then we have to get like a room number and all that stuff.
Coming up with the idea to spotlight Bangtan last spring, they spent hours fall of 2018 solidifying the structure and syllabus of the class.
We would just meet up out on like campus, and then we'd work from like, I don't know, 5 p.m. to sometimes like even midnight, and like
for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, for a few days every week for a while. Yeah, so it took a lot of time.
And it goes past just knowing the facts of the 7-member group. They present themed, broad topics each week and delve into discussions on it within the context of BTS.
I think we had like things we didn't want to do. Like we didn't want to do just lyrics because it's something we can't talk about, especially since we're not Korean.
For subjects such as cultural hybridization, social media, fandom culture, and even masculinity take place in the class.
You're going to talk about masculinity in terms of how it relates to BTS. One of those big things is like skinship and like that kind of thing. And are you guys going to talk about ships is another question.
Not like in the lesson plan to talk about like specifically ships, but I think an important aspect of BTS's masculinity is the fact that they're like openly willing to show affection to each other, and what that means like when you compare it to like Western notions of masculinity.
The demographics of the class are quite diverse as well.
So we have people from like first year to grad school students. We have like Korean speakers and like native Korean speakers, Koreans, and then we also have like everyone else. I really appreciate the fact that they do bring forth their experiences. They'll like mention things that maybe we missed that have to do with Korean culture that we wouldn't necessarily know. So they bring in that part of the discussion.
Okay.
We have some like really, really big fans, and then some casual fans, and then I think we have some people who actually don't know about them that well. Like we try to level the playing field by kind of like talking about the basics of BTS, because we know not everyone knows the details, and then we kind of go into discussions. So before every class, we have a little like current event thing where we talk about like what's happening in BTS world today, which is like last week we were talking about the studio tour, or the stadium tour, sorry, and then we're going to talk about like Wikipedia, so we're trying to incorporate things as they come along, and it is difficult because we had to like throw away some articles and replace with new ones, and then
Although there isn't one now, the girls might have an online class for BTS later on.
For future semesters, like when I won't be here, we're gonna like try to get people who've taken this class to help lead the class. So if it's a project that they want to take on, that would be great. And I love seeing people, take this seriously and like try to like talk about BTS in an academic context. The students are like giving us such great responses and discussion and then their homework, and that just kind of makes the whole process worthwhile.
The new tour is called Love Yourself, Speak Yourself. If you had to say like one thing about why BTS has inspired you just in general, and like speaking, how they've inspired you, what do you guys each have to say?
So seeing them struggle and then like make it is like kind of like hopeful for me, because sometimes I feel like I see myself in some of the members.
I think that like has like really helped me try to like push myself to achieve something that I like like a lot of people would be like, oh, you shouldn't do like media studies because it's like communications and like you're not really good at talking, but kind of pushed me towards like doing something. And like I can do it.
Yeah.
If you haven't already, make sure to follow them at NextGenBTS on Twitter.